A small heads up for you guys, let's quickly review the latest news for EFT, the status update number 4 and some small screenshots. My name is Redseven, let's get directly to the status update number 4 released today. Almost everything is done and right now we are working on connecting all the completed features together. Some of the features were made in separate branches, now we are merging them all together and fixing related bugs. So the puzzle is getting put together and some of the issues that can occur during and after this merging process are getting fixed. I have seen something very similar in Star Citizen where some departments were working on some features, some other on some different ones for the same patch, and after completion everything had to be put together and this way stand as a whole. Performing general internal testing to ensure that the patch will be playable without major issues, also fixing bugs that pop up along the way, applying additional optimizations and fixing late call performance issues. Nikita stated these days that they encountered several crucial bugs or issues on the maps, like very low FPS on maps like customs, problems with the grass, huge freezes, and he doesn't want to release the patch with the updated version of the Unity engine in a bad condition. It will leave a very bad impression and players will not be happy about it. Even the Unity devs will not be very pleased, I would say. Reserve base, or I should say military base map polishing and additional optimizations, loot points, allocating keys, also making some needed changes and fixes to the old locations. Here's where everyone is very excited. The map will offer so many points of interest, new location with a lot of lootable areas, new loot and equipment, stationary weapons, scav boss and crew, new exfils and a lot more. I believe that a lot of work went into this map and still goes into it. It will still be needing a lot of polishing even after release. Remember Interchange, right? A lot of optimization went into that map after the release of it. Same happened with Shoreline, if you guys remember. Are you curious about the key access areas on this map? Well, wait until I tell you about the minefields and the extractions where you need a friendly scav with you. Integrating Hideout, the most time-consuming task right now. The Hideout is a complex feature which needs a lot of attention and detail and needs to work properly. Although in the first or initial version it will not have all the facilities players will need. Even if all of them were ready, you will still need to build them. The Hideout needs to function properly and represent your virtual stash correctly. Heal you properly through the medical facility, give you the option to create ammo and test weapons and a lot more. So it's understandable that this task is a major one. Here, don't forget that the Hideout will not be available from the beginning. You will have to unlock it via a mission or several missions. Preparing back-end and game servers for high load right after patch upload. So far, if you guys remember, the servers never stood up for the challenge after a new patch dropped, but the game was playable, with more or less matching times, right? Hope they will keep the servers awake because a lot of the bored players will come back to see what the game turns into. And here comes the interesting part. In the last 2 weeks, above everything completed, we added more content, new gear, helmets, etc. Finished Dexter streaming to reduce RAM usage, added minefields and sniper zones as location restricting factors, completing Train Exfil and new exfil which requires a friendly scav to escape with, and many other tasks, minor features and quality of life improvements. Regarding the content, we can talk hours and hours about the things which are coming in patch 0.12, but I have showed you equipment and weapons with attachments in so many of my videos. You can find videos from other content creators out there as well. What is very interesting for us, the survivor type of players, is character customization. I'm 100% sure we will spend hours and hours in pimping out our USEX or bears and have a lot of fun in unlocking those outfits because you will not get them from the beginning. Reducing RAM usage is always a good thing. Happy they are doing this as well, as not all of us have money to buy 32 gigs of RAM. The interesting parts are the minefields and the sniper zones as location restricting factors. Now, I am not an expert, but I did some short research and also asked some friends, and here is what I have found out. In real life, such zones are called anti-access areas or area denial. Anti-access and area denial is a military strategy used to withhold an area from the enemy by using a minimum number of troops. By deploying technology such as rocket launcher and landmines, the defending army has less territory to protect. So it's basically creating a bottleneck. Now, we don't know what use such areas or zone will have in Escape from Tarkov, but a minefield could mark a map boundary, for example. There are games with such areas. Just have a look at Borderlands, for example, where such areas are defended by turrets, or Black Ops with that Berlin Wall covered by machine guns. Remember those games, right? So, such areas can mark map limits or restrain access to people by creating bottlenecks, but is this the way the devs are using them in the game? Let's think a bit. How are the map limits currently marked in EFT? Well, with walls and fences, geographical landmarks like mountains or simple rocks, buildings in some cases, and cars and objects beyond which you cannot pass. Which ones are easier to make or code, and why not marking the military base limits with the same barriers? Well, can it be that these minefields and sniper zones have a certain role in the game? And if it is so, how about finding a mine detector and deactivating them and this way reaching that forbidden area, or even defusing the landmines and using them in your own purposes? It is obvious that I'm doing nothing else but speculating here, and that we will have to wait and see what their function will exactly be, but such features open a pretty big horizon when it comes to giving the player something to do, right? Will the snipers from the sniper zone be lootable, killable? Interesting questions, right? The other additions, Train Exfil and Friendly Scav Extraction, are also interesting and raise several questions. Will they be available on all the maps or only on military base? Will voice over IP be in from the beginning of the first 0.12 release because finding a friendly scav won't be easy without comms? Or is friendly scav referring only to player scav extractions? You see, a lot of questions that need an answer and raise a lot of expectations. Really cool stuff, right? If you let your mind loose. What do you think? Also, quality of life improvements could seem very small stuff, but could be very useful ones. Like, for example, automatically piling the same currency inside the wallet while in the raid, or who knows, maybe some other important ones. We will try to come to some patch release date that we can announce to you. It's not much left to complete, therefore, if luck will be with us, the update will be closer than you think. So the patch is not that far away now, and we will soon see pre-wipe events starting. That will officially be the sign that the patch is very close, if no new issues delay it further. Last, a screenshot with the nicely geared PMC, very nice stuff, right? And different gunpowders for creating different types of ammo, I guess. So, interesting stuff. Wrapping up with those two screenshots. That should be it for me. I am very excited. The more I read and think about this stuff, or the more I see screenshots, and cannot wait to share such experiences with you here on YouTube, in my future videos, and on Twitch during my streams. I invite you to come visit me and my friends on my Twitch channel. I decided to dedicate my time entirely to streaming and creating content. We will see how far this journey will take me, so every help you guys can provide is more than appreciated and welcomed if you enjoy my content, especially now at the beginning. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk in the next video or on Twitch. And now, leaving you with a video recommendation. If you subscribe to my channel, you will get nothing but good things this Christmas, because I know Santa and I can put in a good word for you. Links to all the stuff down below in the description. Friends, thank you very much for helping me out with your opinions on Discord. Take care and keep an eye on your real life guys, on your family, as they are very important as well. Redseven out. Peace.